Have you ever noticed that, like, when you're speaking English, sometimes it feels like there's this delay,
Yeah.
like your brain is stuck in traffic trying to translate everything back and forth?
Oh, yeah.
Today, we're diving into this whole world of thinking in English,
Mm.
using insights from Fluent Pro Hub
Okay.
to help you ditch the translator in your head and unlock a whole new level of fluency.
It's a struggle I think a lot of people have. And Fluent Pro Hub, they make a really interesting point about, like, why it happens.
Okay.
Our brains are wired for efficiency, right?
Yep.
And for most of us, that means, like, sticking with our native language.
Yeah.
It's familiar. It's comfortable. It's
Right.
like a well-worn path in the woods.
I love that analogy.
Yeah.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah.
But when we're trying to, like, become fluent in English, that path can actually become a roadblock.
Absolutely.
So how do we break free from this mental traffic jam and start forging new pathways in our brains?
Well, Fluent Pro Hub offers this step-by-step guide, and it starts with a surprisingly simple exercise.
Okay.
They encourage listeners to look around right now and name objects in English.
Okay.
Skip the translation step entirely.
So instead of seeing a mesa
Right.
and mentally translating it to table,
Yeah.
you just look at it and think table.
Exactly.
Got it.
It's about creating a direct link between the object and the English word.
Mm.
And the more you do this, the less your brain relies on that translation crutch.
That makes sense.
And they shared this story about a learner who used this technique with everything.
Oh, wow.
From, like, labeling kitchen utensils to naming trees on their daily walk.
Oh,
At first, it felt slow and deliberate.
yeah.
But after a while, the English words just started popping up automatically.
That's incredible.
Yeah,
It shows that even small, consistent efforts can make a real difference.
for sure.
What's the next step in this brain training boot camp?
Fluent Pro Hub suggests leveling up to describing your actions and surroundings
Okay.
in simple sentences. So, for example, if you're making coffee in the morning,
Right.
instead of thinking, I need to put the coffee in the filter,
Yeah.
you'd say to yourself in English, I'm scooping the coffee grounds. Now I'm pouring the water.
Okay, so we're basically narrating our lives in English.
Yeah.
Even if it's just mundane, everyday stuff.
Exactly.
Does it have to be out loud, or can it be this silent, internal monologue?
That's the beauty of it. It
Yeah.
can be completely internal.
Hmm.
It's like having an inner voice that's fluent in English.
I like that.
And speaking of inner voices,
Okay.
Fluent Pro Hub emphasizes the power of what they call self-talk.
Self-talk.
Yeah.
Like actually having full-blown conversations with ourselves.
Well, not necessarily full-blown conversations, more like thinking through your day, your decisions, your to-do list all in English.
Mm.
The example they give is getting dressed in the morning.
Okay.
Instead of just throwing on clothes, you might think,
Yeah.
okay, what should I wear today?
Right.
It's a bit chilly, so I'll need a sweater.
Yeah.
Maybe those jeans I just bought.
Wait, so even deciding what to wear can become a mini English lesson.
Yeah.
I like where this is going.
It's all about making English a part of your thought process,
Okay.
not just something you do when you're speaking.
Right.
And Fluent Pro Hub takes it a step further by suggesting we make decisions in English.
You mean instead of like going through the pros and cons in my native language and then
Right.
translating the final decision?
Exactly.
Okay.
Imagine you're at the grocery store,
Okay.
trying to decide between apples and oranges.
Right.
Instead of debating it internally in your native language,
Yeah.
do the whole thought process in English.
Do I feel like something sweet or tart? The apples look really crisp, but maybe I need more vitamin C. Okay, oranges it is. Wow. It's amazing how something as simple as choosing fruit can become a way to practice thinking in English.
Exactly.
This is really making me rethink how I approach language learning.
And that's the key takeaway from Fluent Pro Hub.
Okay.
It's about shifting your mindset
Yeah.
and integrating English into the fabric of your daily life.
So we've gone from naming objects
Right.
to describing actions to having internal monologues
Yep.
and making decisions all in English.
It's a process.
What's next on this fluency adventure?
Well, Fluent Pro Hub emphasizes that it's not enough to just think in English in isolation. We need to immerse ourselves in the language
Okay.
and pay attention to how native speakers actually use it.
So things like watching movies, listening to podcasts, reading books, that kind of immersion.
Exactly. But Fluent Pro Hub suggests taking it a step further.
Okay.
It's really paying attention to the nuances of conversation.
Okay.
For example, while watching a movie,
Yeah.
try pausing it and predicting what a character might say next.
Okay.
Formulating your response in English even silently,
Oh, that's interesting.
It's like having a mini role play in your head.
That's a great idea. It forces you to think on your feet
Okay.
and anticipate how a conversation might flow.
Yeah.
It sounds like a fun way to make watching movies even more engaging.
Absolutely.
Speaking of engagement,
Yeah.
Fluent Pro Hub has a really interesting perspective on mistakes.
Yeah, what is it?
They actually encourage listeners to embrace them.
Embrace mistakes.
Yeah.
Isn't that counterintuitive?
I mean, don't we want to avoid making mistakes as much as possible?
That's the common misconception.
Okay.
But Fluent Pro Hub argues that mistakes are an essential part of the learning process.
Okay.
They shared a story about a learner who was so terrified of making mistakes
Oh, no.
that she barely spoke at all.
Wow.
But then she realized that by avoiding mistakes,
Yeah.
she was also avoiding opportunities to learn and improve.
That's a powerful realization.
Yeah.
It's like we're so focused on being perfect that we forget that making mistakes is how we actually get better.
Exactly. And Fluent Pro Hub reminds us that even native English speakers make mistakes.
Oh, for sure.
They mispronounce words, they fumble their grammar. It happens.
Yeah, of course.
Fluency isn't about robotic perfection.
Right.
It's about being able to communicate effectively, even if you don't get every word exactly right.
So, are you ready for a challenge?
I think so. Hit me.
Fluent Pro Hub challenged their listeners to spend 10 minutes thinking only in English.
Okay.
We're going to pass that challenge on to you.
All right.
But before you do, let's take a moment to reflect on what we've covered so far.
Okay.
What are your initial thoughts on this idea of thinking in English?
It's definitely a mindset shift,
Yeah.
and it requires conscious effort,
Mm.
but the potential rewards are huge.
Yeah.
By retraining our brains to think directly in English, we can unlock a level of fluency
Right.
that simply translating back and forth can't achieve.
And it's not just about speaking more fluently. It's
All right.
about feeling more confident and comfortable expressing ourselves in English.
Absolutely. It's about making English a part of who we are,
Yeah.
not just something we study or practice.
So take a few minutes, give that 10-minute English thinking challenge a try.
Okay, I'm ready.
We'll be right back to discuss how it went and explore even more strategies for making this thinking in English habit stick.
Sounds good.
Welcome back. How did that 10 minutes of thinking only in English go?
Yeah.
Was it harder than you thought or maybe surprisingly easier?
I think what's so fascinating is it reveals so much about our mental habits.
Yeah.
Even if you only managed a few minutes,
Right.
you were actively rewiring those neural pathways,
Yeah.
strengthening your English thinking muscle.
You know what really struck me about the Fluent Pro Hub episode
Yeah.
is that it's not about having these perfect uninterrupted stretches of thinking in English. It's more about incorporating it bit by bit throughout your day.
Right?
Did they have any specific suggestions for how to do that?
They did. They gave a bunch of really practical examples.
Oh, cool.
Like imagine you're getting ready in the morning.
Yeah.
You could describe what you're doing.
Yeah.
I'm brushing my teeth. I'm putting on my shoes.
Right.
Or on your commute, you could mentally narrate what you see. The traffic is heavy today. That bus is going really fast.
That's a cool idea.
Yeah.
It's like turning everyday life into a constant English practice session.
Exactly.
But what about those times when you're just zoning out, not
Yeah.
really focused on anything specific?
Right.
Can you still practice thinking in English then?
Absolutely. Remember that self-talk technique we discussed earlier?
Yes.
Fluent Pro Hub had a great suggestion for this.
Okay, what is it?
They said to try having imaginary conversations in English.
Oh.
Picture yourself chatting with a friend, a colleague, or even like a fictional character.
So I could be waiting in line at the coffee shop
Yeah.
and imagine myself chatting with the barista in English about my order,
Right.
even if I don't actually say anything out loud.
Exactly. It might feel a little silly at first,
Yeah.
but the more you do it, the more natural it becomes.
Right?
And it's a great way to practice different vocabulary and expressions in a low-pressure environment.
This is reminding me of how important immersion is. The more you surround yourself with English, like through movies, music, podcasts, books, the richer your mental vocabulary becomes.
It's like you're constantly feeding your brain with English input.
Right.
It starts to recognize patterns, idioms, expressions,
Yeah.
and those become the building blocks for your own English thinking.
So once you've got those building blocks,
Yeah.
how do you start using them to construct more complex thoughts and express yourself more fully in English?
Fluent Pro Hub stressed that it's a gradual process.
Okay.
You start with those simple descriptions,
Right.
and then you move on to internal monologues,
Okay.
and eventually you'll find yourself able to think through more complex topics in English.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to challenge yourself.
So if I'm really into, say, astronomy, I could try reading an article about black holes in English.
Right.
And then thinking about it afterwards, trying to summarize the key points in my head all in English.
Exactly. And you might find that you need to look up some vocabulary or grammatical structures, which is great. It means you're expanding your knowledge.
Right.
And pushing yourself beyond your comfort zone.
But there's another important aspect that Fluent Pro Hub brought up that we haven't touched on yet.
Okay.
What happens when you hit a wall?
Yeah.
When your brain just seems to freeze up.
Right.
And you can't think of the right word or phrase in English.
That's a great question. It happens to me all the time.
Yeah.
It's like my brain suddenly forgets everything it knows.
Right.
That's completely normal.
Okay.
And it happens to even the most experienced English speakers.
Hmm.
The key is to not get discouraged.
Right.
And to have some strategies in place to deal with those moments.
So what do you do when you hit that mental brick wall? Do you have any go-to strategies?
One thing that helps me is to simply acknowledge the block. Instead of getting flustered and giving up, I take a breath and say to myself, okay, I'm stuck right now. It's fine. Let me try to rephrase that thought. Sometimes just recognizing the block can help break through it.
That's a great tip. I also find that sometimes it helps to visualize what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
If I can picture the image or the scene in my mind,
Right.
it's easier to find the right words in English to describe it.
That's a fantastic technique.
Yeah.
It's like you're tapping into a different part of your brain, the visual side,
Right.
and using that as a bridge to the English language. Another thing that Fluent Pro Hub suggests is slowing down your internal speech.
So instead of rushing through my thoughts, I should try to articulate each word and phrase more slowly and deliberately, even in my head.
Precisely when we rush, we tend to fall back on familiar patterns.
Right.
And default to our native language.
That makes sense.
Slowing down gives our brains a chance to catch up and process the information in English.
And remember, this whole process of thinking in English is about retraining those neural pathways. It takes time and effort.
Absolutely.
And there will be moments of frustration.
That's why Fluent Pro Hub emphasizes being patient with yourself. It's not about achieving perfect English thinking overnight.
Of course.
It's about gradually incorporating it into your daily life and celebrating those small victories along the way.
And it's about recognizing that even when you stumble or make mistakes, you're still making progress.
For sure.
The ability to recover gracefully and keep communicating is what really matters.
Fluent Pro Hub had a really interesting point about this.
Oh, yeah.
They said that the more you practice thinking in English, the more confident you'll feel in all sorts of situations.
Okay.
You'll be able to express yourself more freely, engage in deeper conversations, and really connect with others on a whole new level.
And that's what makes this whole journey so rewarding.
Right.
It's not just about mastering a language. It's about unlocking new possibilities for communication and connection.
Absolutely.
This deep dive has been so insightful.
Yeah.
I'm already feeling inspired to put all of these strategies into practice.
Go to.
But Fluent Pro Hub left us with a really thought-provoking question that I think we should address before we wrap up.
I'm ready. What is it?
They talked about how even when you've gotten pretty good at thinking in English,
Right.
those high-pressure situations, like a job interview or giving a presentation,
Oh, yeah.
can make your brain just revert right back to translating.
For sure.
How do we deal with that?
It's almost like all that English thinking muscle memory gets overloaded.
Right.
And we default to what feels safe.
Yeah.
Fluent Pro Hub didn't give like a magic solution,
Right.
but they emphasized self-awareness.
Okay.
Do you know what your triggers are?
You mean, like, if I know I get flustered when I'm put on the spot,
Yeah.
I do tend to blank then?
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
So maybe your strategy is pre-preparing some key phrases.
Okay.
If it's a work meeting and you know the topic,
Yeah.
jot down some English bullet points beforehand.
Okay.
It's not about a script,
Right.
just having those mental anchors.
That's so smart.
Yeah.
It's like, even if I get nervous, I've got this little safety net of English ready to go.
Right.
But what about situations you can't prep for as easily?
That's where general stress management techniques come in handy.
Okay.
And guess what?
What?
You can practice those in English too.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
Like, instead of saying to myself,
Right.
calm down, you got this.
Yeah.
In my native language.
Yeah.
I should be saying it in English.
Exactly. It's two birds with one stone. Calming your nerves and reinforcing that English thinking habit even when it's tough.
Wow.
Fluent Pro Hub didn't mention this specifically, but I think it fits perfectly.
Mind blown. I never thought of using English as a tool for managing stress.
Yeah.
This whole deep dive has been so much more than just tips for speaking fluently.
For sure.
And there's one more thing I'd add.
Okay.
Which builds on what Fluent Pro Hub said about embracing mistakes.
Yeah.
Don't just embrace them, reframe them.
Reframe them.
Yeah, how do you mean?
Instead of seeing those high-pressure moments as a test, you might fail. See them as an opportunity to show off how far you've come.
I like that.
Even if you make a mistake, you're out there communicating in English, which is huge.
Wow, that's a total perspective shift.
Yeah.
It takes the pressure off.
Right.
It makes it more about growth, not perfection.
And honestly, that's what makes learning any language so rewarding.
Yeah.
It's a journey, not a destination.
Well said. This deep dive has given us so much to think about.
Yeah,
and I'm so excited to put it all into practice.
Me too.
To all our listeners out there.
Yeah.
Keep experimenting, keep challenging yourselves.
Absolutely.
And most importantly, keep having fun with English.
Have fun.
And that's a wrap on our deep dive into thinking in English.
That was great.
We hope you found it as insightful and inspiring as we did.
Until next time.
Until next time, happy learning.